Hey everyone, I'm Amy Patee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to day 7 of my 7-day Love Thyself yoga journey. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And no worries if you're just starting today or if you've skipped some practices, because you can go back and do them whenever you want. You can repeat this journey as much as you'd like. If you have some practices that were favorites of yours, they're here for you. So you can keep exploring self-love. I really actually suggest that you do that because self-love is so important for our own well-being and for the well-being of the planet as well. So today's practice is an integrative practice. We're just going to be kind of drawing upon everything that we've been exploring over the last 6 days, bringing it all together, bringing it all back home to ourselves, and really solidifying this energy of love within ourselves, and solidifying this new, hopefully new habit, new discipline, new commitment to loving yourself. So roll out your mat, and I will see you on the other side. All right, so we're going to start today's practice actually in child's pose. So come around onto your mat and send your hips back and take a little rest. Your knees can be wide enough apart so that you've got space for your belly and your chest to release. And bring your forehead down to your mat. Let your arms soften down into your mat. Tune into your breath. And let your breath become deep. Let your breath become slow. Feel yourself arriving here on your mat, claiming this time as sacred for yourself, claiming this as a loving space for yourself. And really setting an intention to welcome your entire self home here on your mat. And committing to loving all parts of yourself. Those parts that need healing, those parts that have been forgotten or denied, welcoming them home. And it's really love that will help them feel safe and able to show up. See if you can melt your shoulders a little bit here. Relax the muscles around your rib cage. Relax your jaw. Breathe into your heart space, connecting to the love within, connecting to the love that you are. Breathe down deep into your tailbone, aligning with self-worth energy. Reminding yourself that you deserve love, that you deserve to be loved by yourself first and foremost, and also by the universe. On your next breath in, walk your hands over to the left. Bend your left elbow a little bit, slide the left hand back slightly, and just push into that left hand, keeping the right palm suction to the floor, deepening the stretch into the right rib cage. Breathe into your right lung. Good. Stretch that left arm back out. And then walk your hands over to the right. Release your head. And then bend your right elbow and slide the hand back. Push into both hands a little bit here. Deepening the stretch through that left rib cage. Breathe into your left lung. Stretching the arm back out. Lift your head, come through center. Rise up onto your hands and knees here. Spread your fingers wide. Roll your shoulders back and let your chest open towards the front of the room. Tuck your toes as you do this. And just breathe here for a moment. Feel a little squeezing back of your shoulder blades. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round your spine. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Continuing like this, a few more rounds. Letting your spine feel you giving it attention. Be tender with yourself. Be loving towards your spine right now as you move. If you feel tightness, right, instead of wanting to get rid of the tightness, wanting to move it or stretch it out, you say, "Oh, sweetie, I feel your tightness. I'm so sorry you've been gripping so hard." Good, and then breathe out. Bring yourself back through center. You can just release the tops of your feet to the floor. And then I want you to stir up your heart pod a little bit here. So just begin to circle out your heart space or circle out your rib cage. This doesn't have to look perfect. You're just exploring a little bit more range of motion and loosening up the muscles around your ribs. Your elbows are bending and straightening, and you want your whole spine to be part of this movement. Good. Switch directions. Circle the opposite way. Couple more breaths. Just circle around. Loosen everything up. Create some space inside your rib cage for the heart to breathe, for the heart to blossom open, for the love to expand. Good. Come back through center. Lengthen out your spine. Breathe in. Good. And then exhale. Sit back onto your heels. I'm just going to turn around here to face forward. So sit back onto your heels and give your wrist a little rotation here. Keep your breath flowing in and out, and just let your hands spin around. Let your wrist release. Good. And then sweep your arms up and overhead. Nice big stretch here at the top. And then exhale, bring your hands down behind your back. Clasp your fingers, and then I want you to try to slide your knuckles around to your right waistline. Press your elbows back, roll the shoulders back and down. And then drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and feel that left shoulder pressing down and away. And just breathe here. Allowing all these structures around our tender, sensitive, beautiful heart, allowing them to let go of any excess holding. It's very common for these parts of our body that surround our heart to become filled up with tension and to almost become like armor. So we're just allowing these parts of us to soften and release. Breathe in, lift your head back up. Release your hands and scoop the knuckles around to the opposite side. Press your elbows back. And then drop your left ear towards your left shoulder and let your right shoulder draw away. Release your face, your jaw. Slow breath in and out. Breathe slowly and just feel yourself taking this time. We rush through a lot of our lives. So when you take time, when you slow down, when you stop pushing, right? Such an act of love. Good. Release your arms. And then see if you can keep your hands interlaced here and just pull back and down through the knuckles and kind of squeeze your shoulder blades together and let your chest expand. You could even look up. Breathe in, let the chest really open here. Good. And then exhale, let your hands release, and then we're going to come back to hands and knees. So just shifting yourself back forward. And then let's do a down dog here. So you can tuck your toes and lift your hips and press up and back. Go ahead and move around a little bit, waking up your legs. There is a lot of potency to intention. So if you've been along for this whole journey, go back to session 1 and just remember your healing intention that you set for yourself during that first practice. When you set an intention, it's like a little prayer to your deepest self and to the universe. And things begin to happen, things begin to shift. And you don't even have to be conscious of all of that, right? You just have to be really clear in your intention. So even this intention of just loving yourself, joining this journey, that's a big one, right? Things are shifting below your level of awareness. Trust that, right? More love is here for you as a result. Take one more deep breath here in your down dog. Good, and then exhale. Step your right foot forward between your hands, lining up your fingers and toes. Tap your left knee down and walk your hands up to your front thigh. Feel free to put a little extra padding underneath your back knee if you need it. And then let your arms float up and out, breathing in. Good. And then exhale, release. Let your arms float all the way down. Tuck your back toes, lift up your knee, and just see if you can stretch out your right leg. Let it stretch straight. Take your forehead towards your shin bone. Take a nice deep breath into the back of your legs. Good, and then breathe in, bend back into your front knee, and place your left heel to the floor, and take a breath coming up into Warrior One pose. Nice big stretch here, lifting up and out, and then as you exhale, release all the way down. Let your fingertips touch the floor. And then breathe in, press through those feet, float your arms up and out. If you practiced with me yesterday for day 6 of this journey, right, we painted the space around our body with love. And just tap into that a little bit here, breathing in, letting the arms float up. It's like you're clearing the space around you. And then breathing out, release, take your hands all the way back down. Land here, lift your back heel, and then step into down dog. Take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. Feel the right side of your body, feel the left side of your body. One more deep inhale. Breathe out. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Tap your right knee down. Walk your hands up to that front thigh, kind of leaning into your hips a little bit here. And then take a nice full breath in. Let your arms float up. And exhale, float the arms back down. Good. Tuck your right toes, lift the knee, pull your hips back. Release your body over the left leg for a moment and just stretching into the backside. Maybe your knees remain quite bent here. It's okay. All of you is allowed here. Every single part of your body, all parts of your mind, your emotions are all welcome to show up. And even the brightest, deepest core part of yourself is welcome here. Breathe in, bend back into your left knee, drop your back heel. Inhale through Warrior One, rising up. Good. Exhale, let your arms float down. Maybe touching the fingertips to the floor. You want to squeeze your legs here. Use your core strength. Inhale, float up. Good. Do that again. Exhale, release. You can think about those clouds around you, and you're just kind of fluffing them and clearing them a little bit. Inhale, reach. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, float the arms down. Feel your belly strong. Grounding into your left heel firmly. Good. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, release. Taking those hands down to your mat. Lift up your back heel. Find your way into your down dog again. And maybe you need to rest a little bit more today, so you could just do that here. Drop your knees, come through child's pose, or take a breath into plank for a vinyasa here. Breathing in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Hold here in up dog for a moment. You can kind of soften your elbows. Linger, letting the chest expand. Indulge in this heart opener. Breathe in. And then exhale, pull all the way back through downward facing dog. Deep breathing here. Slowly inhale, exhale, connecting to all of yourself. In the spirit of love, connecting to all of yourself, welcoming all of yourself here. On your next breath in, I want you to step your left foot forward between your hands. And then I'm going to have you walk your hands towards the center of your mat here, bringing your feet parallel to one another. All right, and we're going to just take a little stretch, lengthening out through the spine. Pull up and in through the belly. And then plant your right palm down on the floor and lift your left arm up. Just taking a nice, easy twist here. Rotate your gaze up. Give a little circle through that left wrist, and then wrap your left arm behind your back and just roll that left shoulder back. Press the upper arm bone in towards your spine. Deep breath in. Good, and then send your arm back up and exhale, release. Switch sides, press into your left hand, lift your right arm up. Give a little circle through the wrist. Breathe in, exhale, wrap the arm behind your back, just roll that shoulder back. Lift your arm back up, big stretch, inhale. And exhale, release, take the hand down and just soften your body forward here for a moment. Hang your head and maybe even rock a little side to side. And see if you can feel your spine releasing, top of the head towards the floor. And then imagine a little inversion here happening in your chest.
the heart upside down, the lungs upside down, and just breathe out and think of them releasing towards the earth as well. Good. On your next inhale, extend out nice and long. Lift your chest. And then just heel toe your feet in a little closer. Turn your toes out. Drop your hips low, coming into Malasana. This is a nice yogi squat here. Press your elbows into your knees, thumbs to your heart. Sit up nice and tall. And you can rock a little if you'd like, side to side. Letting those hips open. Tune into your breath. Good. One more deep breath here. Breathe in and out. Release your hands. Straighten out your legs. Heel toe your feet back in even further. So now you're in a forward fold. And then inhale, lengthen out your spine, bend your knees, both knees bend here, and then sit yourself down onto your mat. Nice job. So if sitting cross-legged is not super comfortable for you, grab your blanket, your firm folded blanket to sit on. It's always my go-to here. Allows me to sit with a lot more comfort. We're going to do a little work here, a little bit more work through the shoulders and the chest. And then we're going to be also exploring mudra, which is kind of like yoga for the hands. And when we work with mudras, we kind of work on rewiring certain pathways in the brain. So more on that in a second. But let's first start with just getting comfy, sitting. And then take your arms, let your arms float out to the side. You can just bring them about shoulder width apart. And then you're going to take your right arm underneath your left arm for eagle arms. Hopefully you can still hear me okay because my microphone is clipped. I might just move this up for a second. I want to make sure you can still hear my instructions. So right arm under the left arm, eagle arms. And I want you just to squeeze your arms in towards each other. And feel your armpits even squeezing in towards your sternum. There's lots of lymph nodes in the armpits and across the chest that we're stimulating with this pose, but we're also compressing and contracting across the energetic heart center, Anahata chakra. So whether or not you're familiar with that chakra, it doesn't really matter, but compressing, contracting in this way can have a detoxifying effect on those lymph nodes and on the muscles. If the muscles are really contracted, if you contract in even more, it can help them release. Same with energy. If the energy in your heart center is a little contracted, right? If there's some blockages built up around your own heart, as we squeeze in, we're helping kind of stimulate those blockages so that they can clear more easily. Okay, so feel the squeeze in. Squeeze the arms together tightly. Try to press your shoulders down, pressing the arms together. Take one more breath. Good, and then exhale, release your arms and sweep them back out to the side. And then we'll switch sides. So now you're going to take your left arm underneath your right, hook the hands. So if this doesn't work for you, you're going to hug yourself. You're going to rest your hands on your shoulders. And then we're squeezing here, pressing the arms together. And you can have your elbows kind of even pressing into the chest a little bit. And just breathe and squeeze. Relax your heart inside your chest and feel yourself squeezing in across all the tissues, the muscles, squeezing into the joints. So you're squeezing the bones into the sternum. Relax your jaw. We're also squeezing and compressing and contracting the energy around the heart center in. When you exhale, really deflating the lungs and the heart. You contracting them in a little bit more. Let's take one more deep breath. Breathe out. Good. Unwind your arms and inhale. Sweep them out and up. This time, take them all the way overhead. Maybe arch back a little bit at the top. And then exhale. Let your arms release all the way back down. All right, so now we're going to move into mudra, which is kind of like yoga for the hands. And this mudra is called the Fearless Heart Mudra. So what it does is it helps you align with your authentic heart and to be fearless about living from that place in all aspects of your life. And the first time I did this mudra, after I was experiencing some negative thought patterns, and after just a few moments of practicing this mudra, my mind flipped and it started thinking about the same thing, but in a positive way. It was really interesting to me. So I like this mudra. I've felt the impact of it on some level. So we're just going to give it a try for a couple minutes, and you can see for yourself if you like it, if it shifts anything for you. So what you're going to do is take your right hand on top of your left hand. And so I am not mirroring you right now, so don't copy me. Take your right hand, which would look like this. Right? Take your right hand over your left. Hook your pinky fingers. Hook your ring fingers. Keep your middle fingers free. Hook your index fingers. Okay? And then touch the middle fingers and your thumbs together. Okay, so I hope you can see that. So I'm going to just talk you through that one more time because it's a little bit tricky. So right hand comes over the left. Hook your pinky fingers together. Hook your ring fingers together. Keep your middle fingers free. Hook your index fingers together, and then touch your middle fingers and thumbs together. Drop your hands down in front of your heart and press in against your sternum. Okay, we're going to close our eyes and just relax here and become receptive in your body and mind and tune into your breath. Begin to slow your breath down. Feeling the pressure between the fingers. Feeling your heart inside your chest. Receiving the magic of this mudra, allowing it to effortlessly align you to your most authentic heart. Letting it align you to fearlessness and courage so that you can be true to yourself, be true to your heart as you live your life. The heart is connected to our soul. Deep wisdom lives inside the heart. So when you're listening to your heart, when you're attuned to it, when you trust it, and you follow it, you can't go wrong. So take a nice deep breath, breathing in and breathing out to let go of anything that's keeping you from following your heart. Right now, if that's not an act of self-love, I don't know what is. Right? Being able to attune to your heart and follow it. Notice how you're feeling and take one more deep breath in and out. Slowly releasing the mudra. You could hold that a lot longer if you wanted to. Take a breath and let your arms reach out and up. And then exhale, releasing the arms down. We're going to do one more pose here, just an easy seated forward fold to release out the back. So feel free to keep sitting on your blanket. I'm going to show this from the side. Stretch your legs out long in front of you and just soften your body forward. Round your back, hang your head. Take a few deep breaths, letting go through the back. Take another deep breath here. Breathe in and out. Good. And then slowly rise up. Come to sit nice and tall. Maybe breathing out through an open mouth and then finding your way onto your back. So come down onto your back, bring your knees into your chest and rock a little side to side. Let's take a happy baby pose. Reach down, try to grab your ankles or your feet or even your shin bones or behind your knees and let the feet be flush to the ceiling, pressing the knees towards the floor alongside your ribs. Maybe rocking a little side to side. Lengthen out the back of the neck. Root your tailbone down. Take a deep breath in. And out. Draw the knees and the feet back in. Place your feet on the floor a little wider than your hips. And just windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Good. Bring the knees back up. Straighten the legs out, coming into your full Shavasana. We'll rest here for a couple minutes. Being as soft as possible. So on the physical level, you are receptive. You can also think about softening through your energy field. That personal atmosphere that surrounds you, and softening that. Let love in. Love is, in a way, the essence of the energy of the universe. It's the primary ingredient of who we are. And we're just letting down anything keeping us from feeling it, knowing it, understanding it, using it, healing with it, extending it to other people. See if you can let the back of your body melt into the floor a little bit more. Taking 5 more deep breaths here. Breathe and let your belly and chest really rise up and expand. Breathing out completely. And feel free to keep resting or begin to wiggle. Stretch the toes and the fingers. Circle out the wrist and the ankles. Stretch long through your body. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, begin to transition yourself all the way back up to sit on your mat. Bring your hands to your heart, bow your chin to your chest. Receiving this practice, receiving the journey that you've been on of loving thyself. May you remember the love that you are, and know that love is always at your fingertips for you to use to heal, for you to use in your life, for you to use in relationship to other people. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me for this journey, if you've been along for the full ride. And please subscribe to my channel and let me know that you liked this video by giving it a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments if there's any kind of highlights from today's practice or from this entire journey. I hope your heart is happy. I hope you are filled up with love. And my wish for you is that your life has been transformed in some way, shape, or form through these practices. Thank you so much. Namaste.